Ruling from the U.S. Supreme Court on the popular app known as TikTok. The Supreme Court upholds the law that was passed by Congress in a bipartisan manner, signed into law by Joe Biden last April, to find a new buyer within 270 days. The Supreme Court has now ruled that that law stands. What happens to the app, however, is a wide open question.
And this was a pretty momentous discussion. And in fact, we just heard from President-elect Trump through Truth Social that he spoke to President Xi this morning, of course, the president of China, which owns the TikTok app. And this did come up. We don't know what was discussed, but it did come up. Shannon Bream is our Fox News Sunday anchor and chief legal correspondent. She's been on standby as we waited for this to come out. To me, this makes sense, Shannon. The Congress passed a bipartisan law. The president of the United States signed it. It was going forward. TikTok tried to challenge, and now they have been denied. Your thoughts?
Yeah, and we just have this decision. It's a per curiam, meaning that there's no single author who signs off on it. The court is essentially speaking with one voice when they do that. They say this: there's no doubt that for more than 170 million Americans, TikTok offers a distinctive and expansive outlet for expression, means of engagement, and source of community. But Congress has determined that divestiture is necessary to address its well-supported national security concerns regarding TikTok's data collection practices and relationship with a foreign adversary. They say, listen, this doesn't violate First Amendment rights. And there's a big conversation when the hearing was held last week. ByteDance is a foreign entity. It does not have First Amendment rights. Why would it? TikTok is the U.S. entity, but they've got to separate under this law. So essentially what the court says with one voice is, Congress passed this law, as you said, Dana. It passes muster, and now the ban will go in effect. Now, we know that both Presidents Biden and President-elect Trump have said they may not enforce it. And there is a provision within the law that says a president can delay this for 90 days if there is significant progress on a divestiture deal. Will President-elect try to argue that there is? He's having conversations. There are conversations with U.S.-based buyers who want to take a stab at this. Will that be enough to trigger that 90 days?
Right.